Well, as we have everybody coming in back in the room for Barry Spiro's feature, oh my goodness, the throngs are just coming back in, Barry, and look, he looks so fit and so cool and calm, and Barry's about to grace us with his wonderful feature like he always does every time he plays. And I don't even know why I'm reading this because I just do all the time. But Barry's been such a, you might have been able to tell a little bit from the song I just blurted out, but Barry's a very dear friend to all of us. And I've been very blessed with that, and I know Mike has, and Barry has, right back to us, and he gives it to us all the time through his music, about family first, always, and about friends that he loves, and friends that are here and friends that are not here, as well as family. It's so beautiful the way he puts all that to us through his words of music. Barry's a very special person. When he graces ourselves at Java Joe's, at Rosendale Open Mic, at Emac and Polio's, and he went out to the other place we went out to. He's been to a lot of places, the Acton Jazz Club. And Barry, your feature board has approximately 50 pictures on it. That's for you to take home with your family. All that stuff's going home with you guys, so remember that, please, before you leave. And also, I have a few shout-outs for Barry, which I don't want to go by. Ellen Schmidt wishes she could be here, but she can't right now, and she wants to send her love. Sorry about that, kids. She wants to send her love to you. Peter Neuendorfer, who I'll take this very quick moment to say is now in remission. He'll be coming to ROM very soon. Yeah, that's great news. I love that kind of news. I'm going to blank on some very important people, and I'm sorry, but there's so many people that are sending their love, and I don't want to take your feature time because we already took a little of that, but we're going to keep it all back. And I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to shut up and say, ladies and gentlemen, who are we going to hear? Barry Spiro!
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Barry Spiro. So the CBS analysis on this side has like 1,500 lies by Donald Trump, but it has 144 Barrys already said at this concert. The number's up. So the Rosendale Open Micers are a great chorus, and the SAMW is a great chorus, but I'm worried about the people that aren't in that group, the ones that are there that are afraid to sing. So I'm going to give a little vocal lesson to start with, because everybody has to sing, otherwise I don't get paid if you don't sing the choruses. And everybody loves, my choruses are very simple. There's nothing like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, none of that stuff. Very simple choruses, and I want you all to sing the choruses. By the time we get to the last song, I'm not going to sing the chorus, you will. So a vocal exercise, a song I wrote in 1912 before the Great War, and I'll play it twice, mostly for the people that don't want to sing, because they'll have to sing this. And if they're afraid the first time, their tongue gets stuck behind their central incisors, they can do it the second time. So help me, and this is for everybody to sing. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. So we'll only do it once. Now, the chorus on this song, my first song, the chorus is also a shout out, Love is a Rose. And if you're afraid to sing, you can even say the words. And my super singers, I'm sure, Angela, Kathy, Christine, I'm sure you'll sing it out for us. And I won't tell you the name of it, I just told you the chorus. Love is a rose, but you better not pick it. Only grows when it's on the vine. Hands full of thorns and you know you've missed it. Lose your love when you say the word mine. I want to see what's never been seen. I want to live that age-old dream. Come on, girl, let's get together. Let's get the best right now. Love is a rose. Love is a rose. Love is a rose. Love is a rose. Love is a rose, but you better not pick it. only grows when it's on the vine. Hands full of thorns and you know you've missed it. Lose your love when you say the word mine. I want to live in an old hoed down, long ago in a western town. Pick me up when my feet are dragging, give me a lift and I'll paint your wagon. Love is a rose, love is a rose, love is a rose, love is a rose. So SAMW is an acronym, Summer Acoustic Music Week, and it's a week in July and a week in August, and you have 3 courses each July and 3 courses each August. And I, as you've heard before, I've been going there for 15 years, 90 courses, all songwriting, because I can't play like Charlie Artelani all the way up here. I tried, but we all kind of want to be Charlie Artelanis. Anyway, I wrote this song, and I call it the anthem for SAMW. And this song was prompted by Branson, who screamed to me and said, "Barry, write a SAMW song." We're heading north to New Hampshire to meet and greet our friends. Summer brings us to music camp. SAMW is the means to the end. The setting's quite lovely, the trees and the lake with the loon, playing music on the porches, singing songs, writing tunes. Hundred faces so happy, singing and learning anew. Courses so very varied, something for everyone to do. You can study the classics, or just with your friends rendezvous. Play all the hit songs, or just sing impromptu. Mike Delaney. Start the day with a radio broadcast, taste of Sam for all to hear. Then 3 music classes, memories you'll hold so dear. 3 meals a day for energy, a swim in the lake in the afternoon. Concerts and dances nightly, singing by the light of the moon. And when the sun rises, people start to wake. You open up your windows, pop out your head, send Georgie to the lake. When your summer week ends, you pack up your thoughts and your tunes. You realize you leave your heart on the beautiful lake with the loon. Heading north to New Hampshire to meet and greet our friends. Summer brings us to music camp. SAMW is the means to the end. SAMW is the means to the end. Mike Delaney, he has no idea. Mike Delaney has no idea what I'm going to do here. Hats off to Mike Delaney. Everybody should have a Mike Delaney. So songwriting, I took a lot of songwriting courses. Penny Nichols brings to camp a bag of garbage that she found in a barn and says, stick your hand in and pull something out. And I stuck my hand in and I pulled out a pine cone. And so I wrote a song, Pine Cone. That's the name of this next song, Pine Cone. And that's how it started. But the song is really about my daughter, Emma, who is a superstar, an all-American lacrosse player, women's lacrosse player. And the song spans 4 centuries. It's got Revolutionary War artifacts. It's got the 19th century greatest poet in America ever. It's got the 20th century, the greatest athlete ever, and his quote. And I guess you'll get it from there. pine cone fallen on the ground near its tree. Young girl setting out to be free. Philadelphia, here she comes, she'll take you by the hand, and she hopes you'll understand. And she floats like a butterfly and stings like the bees and flies through the air with the greatest of ease. Is what she is, does as she pleases, wants to show the world she's free. The Liberty Bell's cracked, she can't fix it, she can try. My, 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 my. She'll be there about 4 years, through all her fears and tears. And she floats like the butterfly and sings like the bees and flies through the air with the greatest of ease. She is what she is, does as she pleases, wants to show the world she's free. Her passion for sports is her metaphor. She always knows the score. Stay out of her way or she'll slam the door. And she quotes the Raven nevermore. And she floats like a butterfly and stings like the bees and flies through the air with the greatest of ease. She is what she is, does as she pleases, wants to show the world she's free. So Mike Delaney tells me, you don't have to say anything, the song says it all. Jerry Wasserman was a dear friend of mine and everybody's here, and he passed away. The name of the song is On the Wings of a Loon. Jerry Wasserman was my friend. He played his guitar till the end. As warm as wishes he would send, that's what he would do. Why'd you have to leave so soon? With you gone, there's an empty room. We'll send our love on the wings of a loon, that's what we will do. Played his tunes for all to hear. For his friends he'd lend an ear. From our hearts he'll shed a tear, that's what we will do. Why'd you have to leave so soon? With you gone, there's an empty room. We'll send our love on the wings of a loon, that's what we will do. He'd entertain us for a thrill, sing the fool on the hill. We'll strum our banjos and guitars, sing to him up in the stars. Thank him for gracing our days, leaving the world a better place. A warmer man has not been born. He took us by a musical storm, told us not to feel forlorn. That is what we'll do. Why'd you have to leave so soon? With you gone, there's an empty room. We'll send our love on the wings of a loon. That's what we will do. Everybody now. Why'd you have to leave so soon? With you gone, there's an empty room. We'll send our love on the wings of a loon. That's what we will do. I'm very anti-war, and I wrote an anti-war song. They wanted me in Vietnam. There's a long story about that, but this is The Boys Are Going to War, and it's on Neil Young's website. But anybody can be on Neil Young's website, so it's really not. Well, the boys are going to war. They don't even know what for. They're marching out the door. They don't know what's in store. And the girls say, come on home. We want you here. We don't want to live alone. We don't want to live in fear. But the boys are still going to war. They're still marching out the door. They still don't know what for. They're marching out the door. And the mamas and the papas say, don't go away. We don't want to say goodbye. We're going to have to sit here and pray. We're going to have to sit here and cry. But the boys are still going to war. They still don't know what for. They're still marching out the door. They don't know what's in store. And the boys say they want a life. Pick a job and find a wife. Play ball with the kids and go to the beach. Now that's out of reach. But the boys are still going to war. They still don't know what for. They're still marching out the door. They don't know what's in store. George Bush says the war will end. Barack Obama says the war will end. Hillary says the war will end. To our foes we'll make amends. To our friends we'll still defend. But our kids we will not send. Now the boys aren't going to war. They're not marching out the door. They still don't know what for. They're not gonna take it anymore. I'm losing my voice a little bit. I need a little water. I can't drink water and tell a joke at the same time, can I?
Now drink some water.
So I got a lot of jokes, but I don't have time. I want to petition two open mics, one for my banter. But I have songs to play, so. Legacy. This is a song about my son. It's a story I want to tell everyone. He's kind of easy, he's kind of fun. He likes to play and he likes to run. And can't you see what you mean to me? That's our legacy. I was talking to a friend of mine. I told him my son is one of a kind. He likes to play guitar with me. He likes to sing sweet harmony. And can't you see what you mean to me? That's our legacy. I was talking to that son of mine. I told him things were going to be just fine. He said, Dad, you say that all the time. I said, son, that's just what's on my mind. And can't you see what you mean to me? That's our legacy. Well, my son, things are going well. I can hear it, I can tell. Why don't you come and play your guitar? And maybe you become a star. And can't you see what you mean to me? That's our legacy. Am I too close to the microphone? What am I doing wrong?
No, there's,
Am I swinging it too close?
I don't know, something's feeding back on the low end. I don't know what it was. His guitar's got too much bass.
What?
Your guitar's got a lot of bass.
So what do you want me to do about it?
That's just play.
Should I rip off the strings? What exactly is it?
Just play it.
Steven, can Steven help here?
Can't.
Doesn't like that.
Okay.
I won't play with the low E string.
Okay, that's okay.
Hand me my ukulele. Somebody get me my ukulele. This is Robert's song. Robert was my best friend, age 8, 10, 12. He passed away about 10 years ago, and this is the first song I wrote. Maura Kennedy says it's a beautiful song. You all want some tissues for it. So you might want tissues. Nick, pass out some tissues. But Maura Kennedy says it's a beautiful song. It's a love song about Barry and his friend. We were chasing the moon on a warm July night, trying to catch a dream that was slipping out of sight. Robert and Jackie were frolicking in the fields, dancing and prancing in a world so unreal. And no one says when they're leaving, no one says goodbye. No one says when it's time to go. So Robert, I'm saying goodbye. During those days, we'd ride our bikes through the streets of Brooklyn and Prospect Heights. Robert had his banjo, I my guitar, and we traveled the subways to Greenwich Village afar. And no one says when they're leaving, no one says goodbye. No one says when it's time to go. So Robert, I'm saying goodbye. Life was easy, life was real. We'd laugh and play and cajole and we'd squeal. Butterflies were flying, fireflies would light, and we never thought our world would end after we said goodnight. And no one says when they're leaving, no one says goodbye. No one says when it's time to go. So Robert, I'm saying goodbye. So Robert, I'm saying goodbye. So Robert, I'm saying goodbye. Robert. So what am I up to now? What do I do for Robert? What do you think I'm up to right now? So this is a girly song. I've written a girly song. I have a rap song. I have a blues song. I have a rap song. I have a rock and roll song. This is my girly song, and it's called the. Just be sure to do your hair. Guys don't have hair. They don't know what it means to do their hair. And it's a wedding song. Marjorie's daughter, Jessica, got married, so I wrote her a wedding song. She's got a flower shop in Exeter, New Hampshire, if anybody wants to know. And her husband, Mike, is another Mike. He's a big sports fan in Chicago. Jess and Mike are getting married. They're gonna do it in the spring. Jess is gonna bring the flowers. Mike's gonna bring the rings. They want you to know you're all invited. They hope you'll all be there. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, just as long as you do your hair. Just as long as you do your hair. Down on Water Street, they've got a store, Cymbidium orchids and a whole lot more. Jess is arranging the flowers, cutting the stems, putting in the roses and delphiniums. Jess and Mike are getting married, gonna do it in the spring. Jess is gonna bring the flowers, Mike's gonna bring the rings. They want you to know you're all invited. I hope you'll all be there. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, just as long as you do your hair. Just as long as you do your hair. Jess is driving her red mini car. Mike's still rooting for the Cubs from afar. They live in New Hampshire with the great granite rocks. They're trying to get Mike to switch to the Red Sox. Jess and Mike are getting married. They're gonna do it in the spring. Jess is gonna bring the flowers. Mike's gonna bring the rings. They want you to know you're all invited. They hope you'll all be there. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, just as long as you do your hair. Just as long as you do your hair. Cubs and Bears, Bulls and White Sox. Hey Mike, here we've got the Patriots. And in soccer we've got the Revolution. In Boston, like Chicago, sports is an institution. Jess and Mike are getting married. They're gonna do it in the spring. Jess is gonna bring the flowers. Mike's gonna bring the rings. They want you to know you're all invited. I hope you'll all be there. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, just as long as you do your hair. Just as long as you do your hair. Just as long as you do your hair. This is a cover now. I've never done covers on stage. I guess I learned early on you can't get on stage and do covers, and now I guess I can do covers. So Mike and I do this cover great, and I already did, the first song was Neal Young, Love is a Rose, in case you all didn't know what that was. And this is a cover of Long Black Veil. Something sounds wrong. I have too much reverb. A little less reverb. It was 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night. There was somebody killed beneath the town hall light. There were few at the scene, and they all did agree that the man who ran looked a lot like me. The judge said, son, what is your alibi? If you were somewhere else, then you won't have to die. I spoke not a word, though it meant my life, for I had been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave where the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. scaffolds high, and eternity is near. She stood in the crowd and she shed not a tear. But sometimes at night, when the cold winds blow, in a long black veil she cries over my bowl. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave where the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Closing it right out.
One of the things we can't do here at Roswell, Mike, is we can't meet any of our incredible features, but talk about incredible features. Barry giving us one?
I'm donating this to the church. Am I supposed to tell you that in advance, Neal?
Sure.
What?
No, you can.
Am I supposed to tell you that in advance?
No.
Okay, am I moving? Am I on?
Yeah, go ahead.
And,
You're on, yeah. But what is he on?
Steroids. Mike, David Roth says this open mic is on steroids.
Yeah.
So last year was the 20th anniversary of SAMW. So I wrote a SAMW song again, second SAMW song. Bob Frankie's birthday today. Lorraine and Bennett were talking to Dick Pleasance about summer camp and what's going on. Kate and Maura doing what they oughta, playing guitar, singing their song. Charles and Sloan doing real fine, singing vocal harmony all the time. McClaney and Delaney were going kinda zany, keeping up with everybody's rhymes. Jackie was fiddling and Bo was diddling, we were all singing at the chapel in the Pine. Pete was strumming, doing gentle humming, ready to play along. Bob Frankie was feeling really cranky because no one was putting bridges in their songs. Charles and Sloan doing real fine, singing vocal harmony all the time. McClaney and Delaney were going kinda zany, keeping up with everybody's rhymes. Jackie was fiddling and Bo was diddling, we were all singing at the chapel in the Pine. Finger picking, ice cream licking, friendships clicking, Raleigh Brown, metronomes, ice cream cones, musical tones, Robert Jones. Guy Davis, Joel Mavis were twanging on their banjos. Campers were in the aisles, tapping their fingers and toes. Charles and Sloan doing real fine, singing vocal harmony all the time. McClaney and Delaney were going kinda zany, keeping up with everybody's rhymes. Jackie was fiddling and Bo was diddling, we were all singing at the chapel in the Pine. Everybody. McClaney and Delaney were going kinda zany, keeping up with everybody's rhymes. Jackie was fiddling and Bo was diddling, we were all singing at the chapel in the Pine. my last song, which was a big request, is what? No. My last song is Coney Island. Coney Island is a beach on the tip of Brooklyn. You know, there are only 3 beaches in New York City, and they're all in the south of Brooklyn. And so the 8 million people in New York City, they all get on their subways and they go down south to Coney Island or Brighton Beach, Neil Simon's Brighton Beach, or Manhattan Beach. This is Coney Island, and there's 20 blocks of rides. And this is Coney Island. Island, here I come, have myself a little fun, lay in the sand, bake in the sun, play all night till the clock strikes 1, Ferris wheel, tilt a whirl, bikini and a peel, bikini girl, spooky house with skeleton bones, cotton candy and ice cream cones. Coney Island, here I come, have myself a little fun, lay in the sand, bake in the sun, play all night till the clock strikes 1, steeplechase, magic carpet rides, bumper cars, giant slides, fortune tellers, gypsy queens, boardwalk and bat-away machines. Coney Island, here I come, have myself a little fun, lay in the sand, bake in the sun, play all night till the clock strikes 1, roller coaster, merry-go-round, parachute jump to the ground, Nathan hot dogs, french fries, tornado cyclone in the skies. Coney Island, here I come, have myself a little fun, lay in the sand, bake in the sun, play all night till the clock strikes 1. Thank you.
Mando, I'm doing Neal, so stay for this, right? And then you're gonna leave for the Mando?
Okay.
Yeah?
We're gonna do Neal first, though. Encore. It's a 2-part encore. What else would you expect? So, for our, everything's multitasking. I started this to honor our president, Neal Braverman. But in addition, I did it so that Mike Delaney is the most incredible musician to have. He's the whole band. I could go outside, cool off, and he could do the whole show. He didn't know anything that I was doing tonight. This amazing thing, right? He didn't have any warning of anything.
It's all written down right there.
What?
It's all written down right there. It's in random order. But...
So anyway, here it is. What's the title of the song? I think it's just Neal Braverman. Colette O'Connor here? No? Neal Braverman. Neal Braverman. Rosendale Open Mic Jam Band Man. That's the name of a Neal Braverman. Neal Braverman. Neal Braverman. He'll bring you coffee, pastry too. There ain't nothing that he won't do. Neal Braverman. Neal Braverman. On stage, Mike Delaney, he's a one-man band. He'll blow his heart Like Trina Hamland, Neal Braverman, Neal Braverman. He introduced me to Colette O'Connor. What an honor. Colette O'Connor, Neal Braverman, Neal Braverman. Neal Braverman, not Johnny Carson, not David Letterman, not even Stephen Friedman. Neal Braverman, Neal Braverman.
You gonna leave?
Yeah.
You out?
Yeah.
You gone?
And the second half of my encore. It's a rap song. And a very special song, as Christine will tell you. Mandolaney, you're so zany. Won't you sing a song for us? We'll clap our hands and stomp our feet, and we'll sing your chorus. Mandolaney, you're so zany. Won't you sing a song for us? He's a professional. He's no trainee. Some people think he's insane. I think he's quite zany, brainy. He don't like Dick Cheney. Mandolaney, Mandolaney. Carly Simon sings, you're so veiny. He likes Lois Laney. He don't smoke no Mary Janey. He's as sweet as sugar caney. Mandolaney, Mandolaney, Mandolaney. Protest songs, that's his bag. About political causes, he will rag. He's a hunk, a real cool stag. Soon his body parts will sag. Mandolaney, Mandolaney, and of course he sings his songs. Sweet success, like 1-800, confess, and this tofu, his vegan killer whale, and colonoscopy probes up his tail. Mandolaney, you're so zany. Won't you sing a song for us? We'll clap our hands and stomp our feet, and we'll sing your chorus. Mandolaney, you're so zany. Won't you show us what to do? Mandolaney, you're so zany. We just want to sing with you.
This is the song I'm going to play up at SAMW in a couple weeks, and I wanted Barry to hear it.
Hoi!
So, this has a very singable chorus, and we're probably gonna repeat it, the one line 8 times, but it changes every time, so you have to pay attention. As I stand up here before you, it's 20 Augusts in a row, but someone special's missing, and he's someone you should know. He loves camp as much as me. He worked hard to make it here, but I was saddened when he told me it's not gonna happen this year. Where is Barry? Where is Barry? told him he lives up tempo and without a hint of guile. But sometimes the turkeys get you down and life can become a trial. But he's blessed with this music family. We lift each other as we go. We want to send him our love. Sing out so he will know. We miss Barry. 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 So send this song out to him. If you sing out, he will hear. Join me in this heartfelt wish that Barry will return next year. We love Barry. 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 I love you, Barry. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Ken.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know it, Barry Spiro